the response and reaction of the people to whatever is happening around them and the events that is even going around them, which sometimes those we call the interpretivists say is all the result and the outcome of social actors called human beings, as what will make others also respond or react. That was the case 12 months ago in Nigeria. Whilst we're in lockdown in other parts of the world, the youth of Nigeria in major cities across that country went out to peacefully protest against police brutality, against police thuggery, against police irresponsibility. But what happened this day? At Tuesday night at the Lekki Toll Gate, Lagos, Nigeria, will never be forgotten. And that is why today I'm just going to rant about this. Where are we 12 months after? Have we seen any police reforms at all? Even the victims, have they got justice? Where are we today? Good evening. Welcome to the Nigerian Pride, coming to you from the stables of Jambo Radio in the heart of Paisley, Scotland. And I am your host, Lion Olu Shokunbi, presenting today from that conservative, lovely city of Worcester. They say it is the cathedral historic city of Worcester. So let's begin with this. It was 12 months ago, the protest started like a joke. It was just like a joke, and before we knew what was happening, it became real. But I want to start from the part of police brutality, which we must be sincere with ourselves. It's not unique to Nigeria alone. In fact, the United Kingdom at the moment, the Metropolitan Police, we are dealing with them at the moment because of what Cousins did. So, police brutality is unique to every society. And it's what are we asking them for, really? We're only asking for accountability and transparency in what the police are doing. Be accountable, be transparent in your actions, not just doing whatever you like for the sake of it. I remember while as an undergrad, not even as an undergraduate now, whilst during the military era in Nigeria, how things were so, people couldn't you can't express yourself freely. It was more of a difficult situation, and you must be ready to face the wrath of all of the forces, not even only the police, but even the military. So October 1st, 2020, Nigeria celebrated 60 years of independence. Not many countries can celebrate that. Some are still looking for their independence. But yes, Nigeria celebrated 60 years of independence. And 60 years after, the youth of Nigeria were tired of what they were seeing or what they were receiving or how they were being treated by the police. I was impressed by what they did. Not the destruction of state property or other people's property. No, I am not in support of that, and I wasn't impressed about that. Whoever are those who are who are guilty of that should face the wrath of the law. But police brutality has been with us for a long time. I remember even when we were in uni then, I went to Agowo, Olabisi Onabanjo University, formerly Ogun State University. And I remember a time when there was a protest, a peaceful protest. And before we knew what was happening, we were just protesting peacefully on our campus about the state of the road, the state of things on campus. And before we knew what was happening, armed police officers arrived and they started shooting in the head sporadically. In fact, later on, they shot at us. But that was later on when we got into the city. Olabisi Onabanjo University is the only university in Nigeria that is non-residential. Yeah. No, I mean the only government university that is non-residential. We don't have any camp, we don't have any hostels on campus at all. That's the main site in Agowe, not at all. And the way police dealt with students, I mean, it was something else. Some of us, thank God we never experienced this. One way or the other, we always escape. And I also remembered when sometimes, you don't get the car to drive yourself all the way, and maybe you jump on the bus from Agoye garage and you get, to Lagos. And for some of us who travel through Oshodi then, you come down from the bus with your bags and you see all these guys in mufti in just normal social wears, clothing, and they'll stop you to say they want to search you. They want to search. They just want to search. And I remember then some students will stop for them to be searched. Some will not stop. Like myself, I would never stop. I will tell you, you'll have to catch me. You'll have to really, really catch me to take anything off me. I remember also a time when I was on board of a bus, a commercial bus, and there was a police private vehicle behind us. And this police private vehicle actually hit the commercial bus from the back. And unfortunately for the police vehicle, the bumper of the car, everything you know, got damaged. And the next thing they did was to come and pull the driver down, started beating the driver. And I was like, why are you beating the driver? You are the one at fault here. There's a traffic light that has given stop. We have all stopped, and you ran into this guy from behind. Your car is damaged. You should be the one apologizing to the guy. Believe me, yours truly was mass. I mean, I was abused, physically abused by the police. However, because I knew one or two top police chiefs or officers, I made sure I got their numbers, reported the case, and they were dealt with. But not all of us will have that opportunity or that grace. However, it should be that way. If a police misbehaves, you should be able to go. You should be able to go on and complain about the police officer. You should be able to go on and complain about wherever this police officer is, and let the today a lot happened in Nigeria today whilst marking the 12th month or the first year anniversary of what happened on the 20th of October 2020. Yes. So I know Showore and Demeji, they led the people who wanted to mark the memorial in Abuja. Some people also did the same in Edo State, Lagos State as well. In fact, hundreds turned out to for the memorial for the first anniversary of that, the Nigerian Army's shooting of unarmed NSAS protests. As early as 8 a.m., least for those in Abuja, for as early as 8 a.m., they started gathering. As far as we know, and the report I got myself, because I've been on different video calls so far today, different part of Nigeria, and it's been peaceful. It has been peaceful, but what surprises me is that at some places, police still arrested peaceful protesters. And that's shocking to me. It's very shocking because you will be like, why will the police do this? So, for those who don't know what we're really talking about, this time last year, 2020, October 20th, it was a Tuesday last year. There was a protest going on in Nigeria, protesting against NSA, protesting against Sars. Sars is like one of the units in the police force of Nigeria. They're supposed to be like the special anti-robbery squad, but they've been abusing their position and their powers by, frustrating and oppressing the people, unnecessarily stopping and searching people, unnecessarily, you know, just victimizing people for no reasons, whilst armed robbery was on the height. So, major protests across, major cities across Nigeria, and the protests were actually sparked by so many reported cases of police brutality. Like I said earlier, police brutality is not limited to Nigeria alone. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And the last straw was really a video of a man allegedly killed by members of the infamous Special Anti-Robbery Squad. And that was actually what kicked off this whole thing eventually. Now, the protest took a very, very violent and deadly turn, a dangerous turn on Tuesday, the 20th of October 2020, when security forces opened fire at the Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos State, Nigeria. There were reports that at least 12 people were killed. The whatever group, the whatever thing they said they set up in Lagos State to check, to investigate all of this, left to me, I don't think it has done anything, because if members of that group, some of them resigned, especially the youth, resigned from the group, and that group still saw it that, yeah, they still had the moral justification to go on, because I don't want to go into all these legal things, but the moral and ethical justification to go on with that. And you know it's left for us all to know what we are looking at. Well, what we can say 12 months after is that police brutality is still there in Nigeria. It's not gone away. Yeah, it's still very much there. We've heard of the news of how, the police. Yeah, there's no longer SARS, people say, but I tell people there's still SARS, because as of 2 weeks ago or so, there were still discussions amongst the chiefs of police in Nigeria about how they will bring this back. And it was stated that, oh, they would not have the authority to stop and search, they will not have the authority to do this. All they will not need to be doing is that anytime they are called that there's armed robbery in a place, they will attend to it immediately. I hope so. I really hope so. I hope so. But how did we get here? How did we get here? This happened, and it took even the president of Nigeria 2 weeks to say anything to Nigerians. Really? And we had a governor in Lagos State who at first said, "Oh, we know nothing about this." And then by the time the military retorted that, "Oh, the Lagos State government invited us to this," and then I got some really serious abuse from people that I love so much, because I came on my program week after week then to be saying that the governor of Lagos State needs to respond to things. And I was surprised that the people were contacting me, telling me, Olu, you have to stop mentioning the name of the president. Um, you have to stop doing this. You have to stop mentioning the name of the governor of Lagos State. He has done nothing wrong. And I was like, no, he lied. He took an oath when he took that office. He took an oath to protect and do everything to protect Lagosians and to make sure Lagos, the indigenes of Lagos and the people of Lagos are well protected. Yeah, at the beginning of the protest, he said he came there to take their grievances and took it to the president. Fine, we saw all the videos because channels was there to do all of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the same man invited the military, and things happened, and people came, my WhatsApp, my phone, my Facebook, everybody. People were just, I mean, people I know personally, they were all just like, no, Olu, no, don't stop this. This is wrong. I don't know what is actually wrong with you people. And it's so surprising that some of those people they live. Some of them have schooled here before. They've lived in the West before. They've lived in the UK or England, or I'm sorry, UK, US, Canada before. And I'm surprised at them. And I asked them, I said, will this happen in the United Kingdom? Will this happen in the United Kingdom? And whoever is the head of that region also will still be in office. Fine, I understand some of you, yeah, him being in office, you get some things on from it or not. That's a different case. But later on, he came out to be apologizing when he saw that, yeah, there was no place he could hide his lies anymore. The painful thing of all of this is that 2023 is around the corner. His political godfather looks like the runaway president to be of Nigeria at the moment, if APC gets it right. The PDP can challenge depending on the candidate they bring forward. And it's still the same youth who have been dealt with, who have been killed, who have been. What else can I say? It is still the same youth who will be out there fronting for all these politicians, shouting about, risking their own lives for those politicians when their children are abroad or their own children they are at home. So today, my rant, and in memory of all those who suffered one thing or the other, is that we hope for a better future. But as we hope for a better future, we have to be sincere and frank with ourselves. Because I know after the whole Sars thing, the next thing that started happening was, yeah, Odua Republic, Biafra, or whatever thing you are all calling for. But for me, like you all know, I believe in one Nigeria. Yeah, no, you. So the truth of the matter is, you have to look into the future. You break that country, you're just creating more troubles. The trouble that it will be the greatest humanitarian problem we ever faced in the whole world. Yes, because over 200 million people. An example, a very good example just by our doorstep in Africa is Sudan and South Sudan. When some people think, oh, if we do it, then that will be it. South Sudan was the first to cause problem within itself. These things are deeper than what you do think it is, Some people will say, oh, blah, blah, and they will say, yeah, the West, the South, we should just go, we should do this. But the truth of the matter is, where are you going? To do what? Rather, why don't you all just get yourself together, get out the bad eggs amidst you, and deal with them? Yeah, some of you may say, Olu, you just keep saying this. You're not in Nigeria. You have to see how people are being kidnapped and this and that. But the truth of the matter is, if you are responsible as a citizen of Nigeria, maybe we wouldn't be getting people to be kidnapped. Maybe we'll be catching the kidnappers even very, very much earlier than they do it. Because you are on your street, you see a strange person suspiciously moving, or you see people driving vehicles up and down suspiciously, and you don't shout out, you don't even call the police. Yeah, some of you say, well, you call the police and they will do nothing. At least call them first. At least call them first. Because there are some things we have to be doing as citizens as well. You say Nigeria has not done this, Nigeria has not done that. What have you done for Nigeria as an individual? What have you done? Tell me what you've done. During the times of environmental sanitation, have you really been out doing that sanitation? As a responsible Nigerian, one of your duties to make sure that you don't violate the rights of others. Yet, some of you still allow the activities of area boys to go on, and you don't kick against it. You still allow the activities of Yahoo boys to go on, and you don't kick against it. In fact, some parents are so much happy about their kids being Yahoo. It's kicking me, it's eating me up. You all need, and now I'm talking to Nigerians in Nigeria now, not Nigerians in diaspora, because Nigerians in diaspora, whether you like it or not, you're Nigerians in diaspora. You're not residential Nigerians. Non-residential Nigerians. That's what we are all. That's what I am. That's what everyone else is. But if you are in Nigeria, I'm talking to you. It's time for you to be responsible. It's time for you to actually do what is stated in the Nigerian constitution that you are supposed to be doing. Yes. It was about this time that day that the shooting started, because I remember, yeah, I was in the studio. We were presenting. I think Zainab was there too that day. Maybe not. But yeah, here we are now. So before we went on that break, I was actually talking about the citizens themselves, the Nigerian citizens, those who call themselves Nigerians. Because today I see many youths, they say, oh, what has Nigeria done for me? But the question is, what have you done for Nigeria? Some of us, from when we were little, we've been doing great for Nigeria in our own little way. I don't have to be like Fani Kayode or Kemi Olunloyo who shout about it. If their parents have not been what they are, I don't think they will do anything. Anyways, I don't even know what they've done. But we can proudly point to what we have done in our small locality. I remember when we were in the university then, just young boys, and out of our own pocket money for uni, we will contribute it together. And when it's this time of the year, we plan, we will
would
go
go
to,
to
I don't know
I
why
don't
I'm
know where I'm
getting a
getting a
feedback.
feedback.
So,
So
um, we'll,
we'll
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 contribute
contribute
money
money
together,
together.
and then we'll get exercise books printed for children in school, pupils in primary school, particularly African primary school, Ikola I mean the one just by Ogunsheye. For those of you who know where Command Secondary School, Ipaja is, the school is just behind there. Okay, if we have a guest calling in, then please let them in. That's fine. Yeah, we have to hear. Hello,
Hello.
hi there. You're Nigerian Pride. Mike with.
Hello. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Who's on the line? You're welcome to the Nigerian Pride.
Yeah, my name is Olade Smith. I'm calling from Glasgow.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wanted to say something about our topic today.
absolutely.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you are discussing about the anniversary of the NCHAS
Yes,
protest
sir.
which took place last year, right? And
Yes.
it concerns me that you guys are talking about the what really happened, but you never talk about the people who had their businesses looted, who had their shops looted. Some of them can never rise up against business wise, and you guys are not talking anything about that. You are not talking to government about the compensation to those people. I know of a friend, because of this, he has a stroke because of his business being looted as a result of the NSAS protest. Yes, the NSAS protest was a good thing. It started on a peaceful note, but at the end of the day, it comes to something brutal. So it's like my concern about that is you guys are not talking, you are just one sided. That's number one. Number two, you are talking about the police that the SARS is still there is this and that. Now I want you to realize one thing. Uh if a unit in the police or maybe in the military is being cancelled or is being disbanded, there must be a counter unit which will take responsibility of what the unit which was cancelled was doing. Now, let me bring your attention to this, to what happened after the NSAS, because most of the police, they went on the ground. They never came out again. It gave the hoodlums, the robbers, the kidnappers, it gave them enough space and chances to operate because the police were not on the street. Now, agreed, let them become the police. If they cancel the SARS, there must be counter units which must be established to curb the menace of the armed robbers or the robbery in the country. So sometimes it should not be blaming the police all the time. Majority of what is happening is being caused by the citizens as well. Yes, I'm not in support of the police, nor in the support of the government, but I want us to balance our argument. So that is
Thank you
my
very much, sir,
contribution.
for
Thank you.
that. Yeah, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Just for you to know, I think at the beginning of the program, we actually talked about people who lost things. I mentioned that, and I believe the government should be doing something for them.
Absolutely, yes.
Um, however, in terms of people who were peacefully protesting in a democratic nation or in a democratic country, I don't think we should just turn our face away from that. The
Yes,
police
agree
decided to
with what
go
you are saying.
underground. The police decided to go underground because the SARS was suspended or disbanded. I think they've also gone against their code of ethics
No, excuse
because
me,
they are
please, but
supposed to
you know that
they're
people
supposed to provide protection
excuse
for
me,
the
please,
people.
can I come in? Do you know that people were attacking the police station? They were setting the
Yeah,
police station ablaze.
yeah, they
They
were
were
attacking the
burning
police station.
they were burning the policemen alive on
Yeah,
the street. So
yeah,
what do you expect them to
so,
do?
so, sir, what I believe is there was a smoke before this fire, and we need to address all of it together.
Exactly.
At the moment in the UK, the Metropolitan Police is facing issues with people applying for it now because of what Jeremy Cousins did. So every police force with its own situation in different countries, we need to address it. So thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. So, going on with it, let's go to the citizens because if you heard there what Mr. Oladeji Smith was saying, that the people too have to, we have to be sincere with ourselves. And to be sincere with you, that's what I was going to start with before the call came in. And in the Nigerian Constitution, actually, it stated there what was supposed to what our rights are. If you go to chapter 14 of the Nigerian Constitution, you see the fundamental human rights, the right to life, right to dignity of human persons, right to personal liberty, right to fair hearing, right to privacy, right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, right to freedom of expression, right to freedom of movement, right to freedom from discrimination, right to private ownership. Yes, those are all the rights we enjoy. But also, the same constitution in chapter 11, section 24, talks about the constitutional responsibilities of every Nigerian citizen. You must have respect for the ideals of the constitution and institutions forming the state of Nigeria. Apart from that, you must respect our national symbols like the national flag, the national pledge, and the legitimate authority of Nigeria. You must respect all of this. You must enhance the power, prestige, and good name of Nigeria. How many Nigerians are doing that? Enhance the power, the prestige, and the good name of Nigeria. Respect the dignity of other citizens and their rights. How many of you are doing that, really? Because you're having a party, everybody must hear the noise. These are things we have to pay attention to. Promote the spirit of common brotherhood and good neighborliness. Make positive and useful contribution to the advancement of progress and the well-being of community of residents. How many of us are doing that? Let's be sincere with ourselves. How many? And render assistance to appropriate agencies in the maintenance of law and order. How many of us are doing that? I know we are all clouded with this, there's a lot we are clouded with. So I think if you look at the updated one of that constitution, the Nigerian constitution, I think it's now moved to chapter 2, where we have the principle of state policy. That's chapter 2, section 24, duties of the citizen. It shall be the duty of every citizen to abide by this constitution, respect its ideals and in its institutions, the national flag, the national anthem, and the national pledge and legitimate authorities. Even though I am in the UK, I still carry Nigeria in my heart. If I had my bag next to me, my work bag next to me, you'll be surprised to see that there's a flag of Nigeria in my bag. I carry it everywhere. It's something you decide to do. It's something you decide to do. So going back to every one of us, especially the youth, because these days some of you just say, "What has Nigeria done for me? What do I get to gain in Nigeria?" Now I understand the painful part for you. I understand it, and I see why many of you are, trooping out of Nigeria. If you have the money to go, you move, whether by education or by other means. And that's why those of us who cannot go anywhere, we need to start making things right. And that's why, in spite of all that is happening, we need to stand upright. We had, so I'm not gonna, keep it like take it. I mean, say it likely or mince my words. Even the celebrities, some of you celebrate them. Most of them had the problems sometimes because of what dirty deals they do behind. You have politicians there who are doing whatever they like. Yes, some of them mean well. Some of them really, really mean well. But again, we go back to Nigerians. What is the priority of people from the southwestern part of Nigeria shouldn't be the priority of the people in the south or southeast or the northern part of Nigeria. What is the priority of the south should not become by force the priority of the north, and vice versa. So rather than you preaching, let everybody go their way. No, I won't preach, let everybody go their way. Rather, I would say, let everybody do things according to their values. Yes, whatever they value most, let it be what they face. And let them be responsible for their choices. Oh, you say, oh, you want Nigeria divided. May I remind you all, actually, that at the point at which we were getting our independence, even our nationalists, the fathers of Nigeria at independence, they accepted the truth that nothing has been done about nation building. We only fought for independence. We just wanted independence from what? From colonial rule. Nobody thought about nation building. Even those who thought about it, they were concerned about, let's just get this independence. Perhaps the first time the Western region moved the motion for self-governance in 57, or is it 56 or 57? Perhaps maybe they should have focused on it and pursued it to the latter. Because nation building will have started from there. A nation is more or less a group of people who share the same things in terms of culture, values, ethics, beliefs, and everything. That's not the case for us in Nigeria. We have so many different nations in that country. For instance, the UK, you have four nations. You have England, you have Wales, you have Northern Ireland, and you have Scotland. So these are the things we need to pay attention to and look. In fact, there is one of those duties that I always argue with because of the corrupt nation or corrupt nature of the politicians and even people in different offices. It says declare his income. A Nigerian citizen must declare his or her income honestly to appropriate and lawful agencies and pay his tax promptly. And I have said before on different platforms, and I will say it again today. I am looking for that government of Nigeria or of any states that will come in and say, do you know what? The government will rise up to all its duties as stated in the Constitution for the first 2 years of this administration. Hence, we will only start collecting tax again after we have at least provided all the basic amenities needed by the people. Some people will laugh at me and be like, Oli, what are you saying? It's true. The present government keeps taking loans here and there, and we don't see what's happening. The value of the currency of the nation, of the country, is just nothing to write home about at the moment. These were all part of, not, I won't say, well, these were all part of the things that led to the NSAS protest, coupled with the behavior, the animalistic behavior of the police. I have friends who are police officers. I have friends who are policemen and women. Yes, in Nigeria. But the truth must be said. We have to get things together. We just have to get our hearts together and make things work in that nation. But the fact that everybody wants to ride a Bugatti, ride, Range Rover, Lamborghini, all of a sudden, is what's happening. And that spirit of charity is away. But even though that's happening, I can talk of a young lady who is actually studying in the UK and has a foundation in Nigeria doing great things there. On Saturday, I heard she's gonna be sharing some educating young women and young ladies and girls about hygiene, keeping good hygiene. I think they said that will be happening in some part of Lagos in K2 area. Maybe is a Vicky Foundation or something. You know, that's someone doing something. And I'm not saying you're not doing something. There are a lot of wonderful youth in Nigeria doing a lot with their own money. Yes. And we have to keep doing it. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't help the children of your neighbors today, they will be your nemesis tomorrow. It's been a wonderful one again today. Remember, everyone who lost loved ones or property or business this time last year when we had the NSAS protest. And on behalf of the Nigerian Pride crew and everyone here at Jambo Radio, we hope that peace will continue to reign in Nigeria and Africa and all over the world. Even as world leaders will be camping together from the 30th of this month in Glasgow for the UN summit. The UN climate change discussions they are going to have. Please stay safe. Coronavirus is still out there, very much out there. Next week, I'll be back here again with you with a guest. Watch out for that. On that note, I want to say a big thank you to all my technical crew guys there. Well, ladies, sorry. They're ladies. Zainab, Serena, thank you. Big ups to all of you. Everyone else in the studio, big ups to all of you. And on behalf of myself and I myself, responsible for everything I've said here without any cause of attraction to anybody, good evening.